Hello everyone, I am edidionghephzibah. You are welcome to today's show. Today I will be discussing how to get rid of low blood pressure. What are the things you can do to get rid of low blood pressure? First of all, what is low blood pressure? Low blood pressure, also called hypotension, is a condition characterized by sudden dip in blood pressure levels. The ideal blood pressure readings should be around 120/80 millimeters of mercury mmHg. Some experts define low blood pressure as reading lower than 90/60 mmHg. If either of the number, that is the one up or down, is below that, your blood pressure is lower than normal. Let me give an example. If your blood pressure is 80/50 or 80/40, then it is lower than normal. Blood pressure dipping lower than the normal range is a very dangerous sign. It's not a good sign at all. The symptoms of low blood pressure include dizziness, lightheadedness, weakness, nausea, blurred vision. When you start feeling those kind of feelings, you need to go for checkup. Go check your blood pressure level. What are the possible causes of hypotension, also known as low blood pressure? Dehydration, change in diet, vigorous exercise, anemia, stress, thyroid, low blood sugar, and blood loss, to mention a few. Just as in the case of hypertension, there are many foods with which you can manage low blood pressure. It is your duty to include these foods in your diet. We are talking about your health. This is a matter of must if you want to stay healthy. Shortly, I'll be mentioning the things you need to do to bring your low blood pressure level, to raise it up. It's a matter of must because your life is involved in this. The first thing I want to mention is water. You need to always stay hydrated. Dehydration takes a serious toll on your blood volume by decreasing it. Decreased blood volume can cause the blood pressure to drop. That is why you need to stay hydrated every time. It is very essential to keep hydrated. It is more essential when you are exercising. So what do you have to do? Drink plenty of water. You can also drink energizing fluids like coconut water. You can drink water. Coconut water is also good for you. Stay hydrated if you want your blood pressure to step up. Another thing is you have to start eating foods that are high in vitamin B12. This is essential and compulsory for people who have low blood pressure. When you have low blood pressure, you have to start eating foods that are very high in vitamin B12. Inadequate vitamin B12 can lead to anemia, which may lower your blood pressure level. Eggs are very, very high in vitamin B12. So, if your blood pressure is very low, start eating egg. You can boil it, you can fry it, you can make omelets. Anyhow you want to eat the eggs, start eating eggs. When your blood pressure is low, eat eggs. And before you know it, your blood pressure will pick up again. Another thing is you have to increase your salt intake. Salty foods can increase blood pressure. When you eat food that are salty, they can increase your blood pressure. There are many ways to go about this. This doesn't mean you should start eating oily fries and unhealthy burgers. You don't have to start eating junks because you want to increase your blood pressure. You can cook your food, eat organic food. Don't eat processed food. Eat organic food and add plenty salt. By this, your blood pressure can come up. Eat small meals more frequently. Large meals can cause more noticeable drops in your blood pressure. Your body works harder to digest larger meals. When you eat smaller meals, your body works less. When your body works less, it will help you to regain the normal blood pressure you're supposed to have, and your blood pressure will no longer be low. Take caffeine. That's the next thing I want you to do. Coffee and caffeinated tea can temporarily spike blood pressure by stimulating the cardiovascular system and boosting your heart rate. So, if your blood pressure is low and you want it to come up, start taking drinks that have caffeine. This will go a long way to help your blood pressure to come up. The last thing I want to say is take licorice tea. Drinking licorice tea can help spike up extremely low blood pressure. It can spike up your low blood pressure levels. This licorice tea reduces the effects of the hormone that helps regulate the impact of salt in the body. This study was once published in the British Medical Journal. However, consumption of licorice tea can lead to dangerously high blood pressure and dangerously low potassium levels. So, I have this to tell you. My simple advice: as you are taking licorice tea for your low blood pressure, go for checkup every week so as to know when to stop, so as to know when your blood pressure has been normalized. Too much licorice tea can make you end up being hospitalized, and this will not be good for you. You have to still take licorice tea in moderation. It's very, very effective for low blood pressure. But as you are taking it every week, go for checkup so as to know when to stop, so that you will not end up being hospitalized. In summary, let me quickly remember what I've said again. Stay hydrated. Avoid anything that can make you dehydrated. Number 2, take foods that are high in vitamin B12. Number 3, increase your salt intake. Number 4, eat small meals more frequently. Number 5, take drinks that have caffeine. And number 6, the last but not the least, take licorice tea. If you do these 6 things I've told you, definitely your low pressure level will improve. You will no longer suffer hypotension. Monitor your symptoms and regularly measure your blood pressure. That is how to see how your health is improving. Always check your blood pressure. Don't leave anything for chances. Till I come your way next time, I remain edidionghephzibah, also known as Delightful Hephzibah. I want to urge you, in case you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, subscribe and click on the bell button so that anytime I drop new video, you get the notification. I tell you, be natural.